And let me introduce my guest to you. I have on my right Hajia, Hamdatu, Ibrahim, who is the acting chairperson of the CPP. Good morning, Hajia. How are you?
Good morning.
You're welcome to Breakfast Daily and to the news review segment.
Thank you.
And I also have my other guest is Amma Frimpong, who is a spokesman for the government, amongst many other fantastic things that she does. Spokesperson.
No. I communicate.
You communicate.
I don't have.
So you're a government communicator.
Yes.
But is that not a spokesperson?
Maybe for something, spokespersons have specifics, don't they? Yes. I'm a free agent, so I don't have any specific, and I haven't been giving any appointments as a government spokesperson.
Okay.
So.
But you're still a communicator for the
government. Oh, yes, and the party.
Okay. I don't understand the difference, though, but anyway.
There must be a difference, yes. Before I get into trouble for maybe taking somebody's
role, right?
Yes, okay. I don't want any confusion there.
Well.
So.
I don't think there'll be any confusion. Anyway, so fantastic. It's good to have you this morning, all of you. Let's begin by talking about the Takoradi Girls, Missing Girls saga. We had Ruth Abaka, Priscilla Kranche,
Priscilla Bintum,
Priscilla Bintum, and then also Ruth
Kwesen.
Yes.
Ruth and Priscilla.
Yes, so two Ruths, two Priscillas. We were told various things along the line as the story has progressed from a year ago up to now. And at this point, the recent story that we've been told by the police investigation team is that the DNA results that came out suggest that those bodies that were found in the septic tanks were the girls. Let me start with Amma. What's your take on this?
Good morning, David. Good morning, Hajia. It's always good to see you. I get to see you often these days when I come here, which is quite good. I hope you are fine.
I'm good. I'm fantastic.
Okay.
I'm wondering how you're doing.
I'm very well, thank you.
With all the goings-ons.
Oh, we thank God for life. We strive to do our best. We are doing our best. We hope for the best. So, there's always hope as long as we have life.
That's true.
So, and we are keeping on.
All right.
So, yeah. I would also like to say a good morning to Ghana. Good morning to His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and the Vice President Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Dr. Bawumia, the people of Mampong Akuapem are very grateful to you. You joined them for their Ohum festival over the weekend. There was rain, massive rain, but you defied it. You went there and you made them very happy. So thank you very much.
I hope he's coming for Ujura as well.
It's this weekend. Are you joining?
I'll be there.
I'll be looking for you in the crowd.
I'll be there.
You can just Ofia is my second home. Inti Ofia de manage hopa. Inti weekend the mesh show. I'll be looking out for you. I would also like to say congratulations to two special couples who got married and are getting married this weekend. So Jacinta and Richard, you had your wedding on Saturday. Congratulations to you guys. God bless your marriage and make it fruitful. Enoch and Solace are getting married this Saturday. I'm very excited. Two couples who are my favorite people, they are getting married within a week of each other, and I thank God for their lives. I pray for their marriages. God bless them and make their unions fruitful and successful. Takoradi Missing Girls. I think that last time I came here, we talked about this issue, and there was one thing that I made clear that, or I did say that Ghana Police Service, they do a lot of good work. They are our first point of call when we are in trouble in this country. Individual citizens, that's the first place we go to or we call when we are in trouble. We have a lot of respect for them. We have a lot of confidence in them. They are doing a fantastic job. They sometimes work under so much pressure, and we also get the understanding that most of the times they cry out that they are understaffed or under-resourced and all that. So we appreciate them. We do take into consideration that they work under very serious pressure, but they do their best. This Takrade girl's story, since it broke, I've always said that there was some lack of communication somewhere. We missed some communication somewhere. Ghana police at some point also made one or two, I won't call them mistakes. They came out with one or two of their own stories that has created some sort of confusion as well. We know of we know where the girls are. We this, and then there was the Nigerian angle to it. The gentleman who was arrested, who said someone aided him to escape from police custody. You know, what happened to the person who aided the gentleman to escape from police custody? Nothing has been said of that part of the story. At some point in time, it was the media are doing their job. The media's role is to inform the general public. So any information they get, they have to bring it out for people to know.
Yeah.
At some point in time, the stories that we heard came first from the media before the police followed to tell us what the stories were. We also have to take into consideration that there were loved ones involved, people who had lost or not at that time, they were missing. So they were also panicking, they were worried, they were stressed out, they were lashing out, because it's not easy waking up every day and you know your daughter is not at home, you don't know where she is, there's no information. All you are getting is sometimes tidbits from the media, you know, what's out there. You may have, or I know they have a police liaison officer. At some point, they were crying out that they are not getting the information from their liaison officers, or information is very scanty. They have to go there and find out what's going on. We are at a stage where now some of the families, or most of the family members, do not even have confidence in what the police have told them because of all that's going on, or all that's happened. At one time, they are giving them assurance and confidence, and now they've come to a stage where they are told that the DNA samples are matching the girls.
Do you have confidence in what the police have said?
I have no reason to doubt them. I have no reason at all to doubt them.
Even after.
That's why I said at some point there was gaps in there. There were communication gaps.
I don't think there were gaps.
Oh, David,
because Mamitiwa came and categorically said
she knew where the girl. They know where the girls. They're going to give it to them. But remember that before,
there were stories of liaising across West Africa. There were stories of dealing with the Nigerian authorities as well. We've heard all of these.
Yes.
Right. So how do you turn around and suddenly come back to the people who were supposed to be in Nigeria, kidnapped and in Nigeria? We turn around and they are suddenly dead in Ghana,
so
in a
there's a
septic
gap.
tank.
That's what I'm saying. There's a gap somewhere there.
I think there are lies along the way. You don't think there are lies along the way?
Well, you choose to use the word lies. I choose to say that there were gaps in there, because from being in Nigeria,
what's the difference between gaps and lies?
Well, there's some missing something here. It might not. It may not.
Why do we call a spade a spade?
No, David, it may not necessarily be a lie.
Okay.
Something may have happened. Okay, let me just say I don't want to offend the sensibilities of the family or anyone watching us. But let's just say that, what if all that happened, what happened is the truth?
Okay.
At some point they did go there and they were brought back. What if that happened? Let me just say, I have no basis for saying, but let me just say that at the time that Mamitiwa came out to say she knew where the girls are, what if at that time they were in Nigeria? I'm just saying, and then because of that something else happened, or I'm just using that. But we can't come out and say that the police.
It sounds like a bit of a stretch, though, if you think about it. At the time when there was high alert, and the CID boss has mentioned on national television, right, that we know where the girls are, and they are across possibly the border in Nigeria. We are doing whatever to get them back, right?
Yeah.
Now, don't you think that immigration will be on high alert? Everybody is on high alert. Their pictures have been splashed everywhere. How did they get sneaked back into the country, murdered, and dumped in a septic tank.
Okay, so you are now.
It's like a bit of a stretch.
You are giving one scenario here, which is also possible. I'm also giving another scenario, which could be possible. They are all possibilities. One thing that I would love for the police, DNA these days, advanced stories, they're able to tell us how long or how many years bones or remains have been at a certain place.
Yeah.
So are they
carbon
able,
dating and all
yes,
those things
all those things, they can, with DNA, forensics have gone far ahead. So when they said they found they've done the DNA and it matches the girls, are they able to even tell the family and ask the general public that, going by what we've seen, these bones or these remains, I don't know whether they are bones or they are remains or whatever they found there.
They are both, actually.
Yeah, whatever they found there. The date from December 2018, from January, so that at least you're able to know a specifics that, okay, if they are saying the DNA shows that it's in the last 3 months, it's in the last 6 months, we are able to know, okay, so at this particular time, the ladies were already dead, or it was just fresh. All these things need to come out. This is where it gives room for speculation. If you come out and you say we've done it and it matches them, now the family are asking, or they are saying that, look, hand them over to us or give us access to it. We'd also like to get a second opinion on it. A second opinion. Yes, they're entitled to it because it's their loved ones. Their minds, they're all over the place. They are upset. They don't even know what to do. They need some form of closure. Or maybe the police have gone a step ahead to give them other information that we might not be privy to. Are we supposed to just take this and leave it like that?
Why would the police give them information that we are not privy to? I'm just saying
that
the IGP will come out and read a statement.
But the IGP statement gave us information. It didn't give us all the details. We do not know all the details here. We need. I am saying that we need to even know the length of time they've been there. It's possible with DNA, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Tell that this is the
not DNA but carbon dating.
All those things. Yes. It's been there for 8 weeks. It was carried from spot A to this side. Looking at what we've seen, it didn't even happen. All these things need to come out so that people are able to have some more confidence in the work that's been done. As at now, the stories all over the family, a sense that, look, Ghana police, you may have done some good work here, but we are still not satisfied. Give us the information clearly, accurately, to the nearest, it can't be 100, our DNA always 100%.
Not entirely,
they leave some form of yes. So the little, if it's 0.1 or -1, give us all that so that people can come out, not just for speculation, because right now the speculation alone is trending.
Okay.
Nobody remembers exactly what the IGP said, apart from the fact that he said the remains were of the girls.
Yes. Sure. I'll come back to you again. Let me come to Hajia. Hajia, we have Professor Akosa, who happens to be a pathologist as well, making comments in this on this matter. He said this thing yesterday, speaking on Citi Breakfast Show. That's our radio station. He said he's not convinced by the latest developments. I believe, and I quote, sincerely, that this forensic evidence should be subjected to a more experienced opinion. I do not know the forensic scientists who performed this test, but I believe that there are so many disjointed things in this discussion that I would want a second opinion on this report. That's the only thing that will tie the ends of this case. What do you have to say?
Yeah, good morning, David, and good morning to my good sister here. And then I would like to say a very good morning to my comrades of the Convention People's Party, especially the women's wing, who are solidly behind me and helping me as an acting chairperson. And for that matter, the Central Committee, who mandated the leadership to take certain steps towards our congresses. David, in fact, it's a sad situation. And then I think I don't want to speak in a way that will kind of add more pain, especially to the parents. As parents, I'm also a parent, and I have 4 girls in my house. So when I wake up in the morning, and maybe even if there's a human being that is half, that is missing, but almost it will touch my heart. So we sympathize, and our condolences to the family of the Takoradi girls, as they are based on Takoradi girls. Professor Kosa is a pathologist, as you indicated, and he's saying we should look for a superior kind of opinion. And then maybe he thinks he doesn't kind of believe, if you just want to summarize what he said, he doesn't believe what the police have come out with, and then maybe there should be some further investigations. That's his field, and then he's been working with that kind of thing, let me put it that way, because he's a pathologist, and even if he sees a remain that maybe is 2, 3, 4 years, he might be able to identify with some kind of tests and so on and so forth. But I think I don't know whether, because I learned one of the family saying that he has left everything, and others are still saying they need further investigations concerning this matter. David, it's a very, very delicate situation. If you're not careful, and then you say certain things, you either indict the police, and they will face bastardization that I am against, because whether we like it or not, the police are doing some human job in this country.
Okay.
It's a human institution. There might be some flaws.
But the police are not without failings. We've
known
in the past.
Yes.
You know, for example, and yesterday I mentioned this on the show. For example, we have been in this country, you know, when cocaine under lock and key has turned into coconte powder in the morning.
Yes.
So this is it's the same Ghana police.
No, you see, the issue is that if you bring that aspect of cocaine being turned to coconte powder, I don't know at what point in time that it was identified as cocaine and it turned to coconte. It could be that it was coconte that was brought. So that's one.
But it was reported as cocaine was locked up.
I saw a video, gold.
Okay.
Now this is gold bar. Apparently it's just something that they use some small gold to, but when they broke it, it is not gold. Okay. You understand? So let's leave the cocaine aspect away, and then we look at the way the police have conducted themselves. Whether we like it or not, as my sister said, there were gaps. I don't want to use the word likes as you want to say, because I can see that. You see, the issue is that Citi TV, Citi FM did a yeoman's job when it came to the Takoradi girls' issues. I think we've been discussing it with from that seat to this place. You know, it's pathetic, and I can say before somebody can come and face the camera, it depends on what information that person got. So who gave Tiwa Adudankwa that information?
Okay, but she is the CID boss, so you know that she's the one in charge of criminal investigation.
Sure.
So here, this is lawyer Ndebugri. He says, a lawyer and a former legislator, John Ndebugri, is demanding the immediate arrest of the Director General of the Criminal Investigations Department, Mamiya Tiwa Adudankwa. According to him, Tiwa became an accomplice in the kidnapped Takoradi girls case after she claimed that the police knew the whereabouts of the girls. So as soon as she claimed, okay, this is his legal opinion, as soon as she claimed that she knew their whereabouts, whether it was true or not, whether she actually knew or not, as soon as she made the claim that she knew,
so they should arrest her
for
not producing them. Anyway, we're going to take a short break. Don't go anywhere. I'll come back and have this conversation continue with my guests. All right, welcome back. My guests are still here. We've been talking about the Takoradi girls saga, and we're just going to continue for a short while longer. I want to read a quote by John Ndebugri. Yesterday, he was speaking on the Citi Breakfast Show on our radio station. He said, this is him speaking regarding the CID boss. He says, she said that she knew where they were, that's the kidnapped girls. She must be an accomplice in this matter. This is a situation where a person like that should be arrested immediately. These girls were abducted at different times from different places, and the body parts were found in one common place. At a certain point, she said she knew where the girls were. How is it that they were? How is it that they knew where the girls were, and later on mysteriously went to some septic tank and found remains of the people there? We must be serious in this country. I am saying that she must be arrested and cross-examined in court. The charge of the state is to arrest her. She is a good candidate for arrest. Otherwise, this case cannot come to rest. Hajia, we were speaking to you earlier on, and I want you to continue in your submission.
Yes. Do you want me to?
No, you just continue your submission.
Okay. So as I was saying, I think it was an unfortunate situation. And then, as my sister said, there were gaps in the communication. And then I didn't know at what point in time that this assurance given by Tiwa Adudankwa came, and then what informed her to maybe face the cameras. But you see, if we're going to take just Tiwa Adudankwa, then we'll be missing the point. Because the thing did not happen in Accra where she is. It happened in Takrade. Maybe it was based on the communication from Takrade. Because we had at a point in time that even the guy who was alleged to be the person who kidnapped the girls was arrested. And a policeman aided him to escape. Where is this policeman? What was the communication between the policeman and this
doesn't that call
the policeman where he is now? Now talking about them being somewhere, you remember the alleged kidnapper that he was even telling them stories. Today he will change it. Maybe it could be that he told them, "Oh, they are in Nigeria. You don't worry. I'll show you where they are."
It was reported they were working with the Nigerian authorities.
And then they were working. They work with Nigerian authorities based on what the alleged kidnapper told them.
Yes.
So they went to Nigeria, and then maybe working with Nigerian authority. So what was the report from the Nigerian authority?
It was after that Tiwa came and said on the 2nd of April that they knew for sure where the girls were.
So is it that the Nigerian authorities told her that they were in a baby's factory or something? Because I heard something like maybe they were in a baby's factory to produce babies, and later on they'll be. So I think we are all human beings. People can make mistakes. If the police have realized that maybe during their communication there were some miscommunication somewhere, why not? You can come and apologize to the good people of this country. There's nothing wrong with that.
We don't see, let me come back to you, Amma. We don't see the police making an apology in terms of the hash-up that they've made, in terms of miscommunication, wrong communication, one story, different stories. We don't see them coming to do an apology in any way. The person who was apparently the policeman who was apparently the one who aided the suspect to escape. He's also a policeman.
Yeah.
That calls the entire police service into question, because a member of the team, their team, not my team, their team, okay, has aided someone to escape, apparently. But we don't even know what has happened to that particular person and where he is now.
That's where the problem
So what's going on here?
That's I would not, and I always like to reiterate this, I would not lump the whole or the entire Ghana Police Service together as not having done or are not doing their job properly. We appreciate the job they are doing. We know they do a lot of good work.
Even when they aid criminals to escape?
No, we are talking about an individual here at this present time. In this particular case, we do not know what happened to this person.
Why is it that every failing of the police is an individual? When they do a good job, it's the whole police service. But when they fail, it's an individual who has failed the entire service.
Haven't we had in this country where we've singled out Constable A or Sergeant B or Person A in the Ghana Police Service for good work done. We have done that.
True.
That it's always been done. Now we are saying that this particular person who is a member or who is a police officer, we want to know exactly what's happening to him. It does not mean that Ghana Police Service has failed in doing that. Come and tell Ghanaians. We deserve that. We need to know.
So as they haven't told us, that's my question. As they have not told us up to now.
Up to now, it doesn't mean that the entire police force has failed. What I want to say is that yes, we've had issues with this particular case. Everybody who has talked about it has said that at some point in time we missed, or the Ghana Police Service missed something somewhere that we need to know. Or maybe they, according to them or due to their work, they feel they haven't done that. It's us with our theories and our stories based on what we've heard or based on what they've told us against what exactly they know. I know for a fact that not everything that happens is we are going to know it. I mean, we can't know the full story because maybe some information is not for the general public due to security reasons or whatever. But if you are able to tell us things that are critical to this investigation, it's important that the whole country gets to know about it. If you, like I said, the families are saying that, or some of the families, because Mr. Kranche from one of the media reports says that he's left everything to God. He has taken it that his daughter is in school and will come back, and this is what has happened now. Yes, I read on it on one of the portals, and he accepts, not he accepts, but his faith. I mean, like he said, he's left everything to God, and he's praying, or all that. That's his belief here. One family or some of them says, look, we need extra information. Yes, we are asking for another test to clear our minds.
Sure.
At this time, they are all over the place. They are upset. They've had their hopes raised. They've gone from up here to this, and then now they are literally, using, for lack of a better, they are on the ground. So as a parent, every parent, or if you're a mother of girls, and not to say that fathers, or if you're a mother of girls, you put yourself in their shoes, but you don't know what they are going through, because you're saying to yourself, if that was my daughter, I have 2 daughters, I can appreciate what's going on with them. Even sometimes when you pick a phone and you call them and they are not able to answer, or you don't hear from them for a couple of hours, you're wondering what's happening until they get back and you start screaming, didn't you hear me call you, or where were you? And they're like, oh, sure. Mommy, calm down, maybe I was in class or something like that. And then you are calm, because as we say now, the world is not safe. Anything could happen. They woke up one morning, they dressed up, they went out, and they are not home up till this time. So we need, for me, I think some more information. There's some more information that needs to come out. What is going to happen?
Who's going to give us that so that we'll be satisfied?
The police.
They owe it to us. That is where the gap that I'm talking about is. Because when this when this press release came out from the acting IGP and people heard about it, everybody was like, oh, really? After all that, and we heard this, people brought up all that has been said. So between the time that we know where the girls are till now, what happened? Not just the gentleman who was arrested from Nigeria and rearrested and came back and said A and said B. Could it be that he's also taking them on a merry-go-round?
Possibly, but if you're good investigators, you can deal with it.
David, these are human beings.
Who are human beings? Like, that's why they're experts. That's why they're skilled. That's why you're trained.
Yes.
You're trained to be able to. And we have polygraph tests.
We have all those things. Yes,
exactly. So what are we doing?
But like we said, we are always giving 99%. We leave 1%. There's also the 1%. As with a human being or a human action, there's also the 1%. It cannot be 100% all the time.
I think you're just coddling the police.
Between myself and Hajia here, we've all said that something there's a missing link somewhere. But I'm not going to also sit down and say that Ghana police hasn't done a job here. They have, okay.
In this case,
you
think they've been found wanting seriously.
Seriously?
They've exposed their back flanks, seriously, in this case. All the points, all the way through. People were being aided to escape from jail, telling us one story, coming to retract and say that the media has misrepresented what I said.
It's easier for us to sit back and also
we
judge.
heard the words you said.
Nobody's disputing
and you say that we've taken it out of context.
It happens.
Really?
It happens a lot. It happens a lot.
How
sensationalism, David.
No, but hold on.
No. In this particular case,
the words were recorded, and nobody misquoted those words. How do you then claim in a retraction that your words were misunderstood? It's English. We don't. I understand English.
Of course.
So you are going to say something, Hajia.
Oh,
I'll come back to you.
What I was going to say is that I think the way the final conclusion, and for that matter, the communication that came out to, I had a challenge with that. Because if you see the reaction from the family, which means their minds were not prepared very well before the information.
Okay.
Because I was even saying off camera that, at least the information came and the IGP was supposed to make that pronouncement. Maybe they would have invited the family in Accra for maybe 2-3 days. Maybe they go to a park, they are walking, they don't understand why they are going to the park. As like maybe if you lose a mother or father, they don't just come and tell David, your mother is dead or your father is dead. No, they will work on your psyche before the announcement will come. Even before you yell, there's some kind of this thing that will enter. So I think in all, something went wrong along the line. That one, we cannot say it did not happen. And then secondly, as parents, you see, as parents too, we have to be very, very careful and be guiding our children. Because a daughter or your child cannot just go out. She's not working. She's holding something that you didn't buy for her. And there are peer pressures and what have you. So I think we should look at a way of counseling our children at this tertiary and then the secondary schools. That one too might help. I was telling my children that I was going to take my decoder out today because I said I don't want them watching certain films because there are no lessons in those films. I remember when I was a kid, if Osofo Dazi is being shown, I don't go anywhere. I watch it because you could learn something from it. But this time, we are not learning anything from it. So I think the police find the Takoradi girls, it has happened, but what is the way forward? If parents are saying they want extra or more information or more tests, I think if that is what will help them to come out of the trauma, I think they should be granted. But those who said, okay, fine, fair enough. But they shouldn't be deprived of those information and the demands that they are looking for.
Okay.
That will put some kind of rest to this matter.
All right. Before we move to the next topic, just give me 1 minute on your final take on this. Are you done?
My final thoughts. I really, really sympathize with the families. They are going through a lot at the moment. Their minds are not settled. They need some form of closure. They've asked for their own. They want to do their own tests.
Yeah.
You know, I think Ghana, please. I know they have the. Hajia mentioned the word now, like the people that the psychologist and you know the team. Yes, I think. I'm counselors and all that need to come in. If that is my if they are able to do the next DNA and it turns out that really and truly they are what they are satisfied now. It's come to light that that's it, because at the moment some of them don't really think that it's their relatives. All these stages, they are all stages that they need to go through. I hope that it's all happening. People are there 24/7, or not 24/7, but they're working with them behind closed doors to talk them through, to psych them, or to give them, the necessary help that's needed, everything like that. Yeah. And moving forward, this is not the end results we all wanted. Everybody was hoping against hope for something different, but unfortunately, this is where we are now. Moving forward, let's hope that lessons that have been learned, mistakes or gaps or everything or anything that happened along the way won't be repeated.
Okay, all right. You've been sending us messages, and I just want to quickly read a couple of them. Hashtag BreakfastDaily. It's very important that we focus on the rate at which people come and leave this country. We need to improve our border security. Sure. Security lapses are outrageous. God save Ghana. This is Francis from Hohoi. From Nafisa Hamdatu in Dodowa, says, hello, good morning. Our security is very bad in this our darling country. Tiwa must resign. I support the parents for not believing in the DNA test results. Sometimes we forget that there's a judge that will judge us all one day. All right. The next topic, we want to talk about the SHS placement. Now, Dr. Tando, who happens to be a Deputy Director General GES, he was on Point of View recently and on Monday, and made certain, statements and comments and so on. Apparently, he says that SHS placement is 90% done. We're almost done. So all the hula baloo and chaos that we are experiencing is not really something that we should be too worried about, because it will all die down in no time. Let me just quickly read something here, and then we'll get into the conversation. The Ghana Education Service has said that the basic BECE candidates who have thronged the Black Star Square with their parents in connection with placement into SHSs, technical and vocational institutes, have already been placed by the computerized school selection and placement system, but are now shopping for better schools than those in which they have been placed. This is what they're saying, that as for placement, it's already been done. Okay, what they are doing at the Black Star Square is shopping for new opportunities. Okay. A Deputy Director General of the GES is in charge of access and quality, Dr. Kwabna Bempa Tando, explained that the available statistics show that 9 out of every 10 candidates, representing 90.5%, had been placed in schools. And in an interview with The Graphic yesterday, he said although the candidates with genuine cases concerning placement, there were candidates with genuine cases concerning placement at solution centers, they had been overshadowed by those who had come shopping. All right, let me start with Hajia.
Yes, I think...
Do you have any daughters in school, or they are all grown-ups now?
Oh, the last one is in school.
Okay.
But
So
I have other ones.
What's your feeling with all that you've been seeing?
Yeah, you see, David, I think we have 3 stages. We have the parents, we have the student, and we have the GES. Okay. And I heard one of the parents saying that, the PTA chairman saying that normally GES deals with the pupils and then leaving the parents. It should have been all of them together. But what I know is that because I cannot sit on television and lie. Even if it's not television, I don't lie. I was at the Independence Square last year, but I didn't see this.
Okay.
Why? Because my daughter had a school that she said she didn't want to go there because she wanted to be in an Islamic school. She wanted to do both. That was why I went to the Independence School.
Well,
because
tell us, what was the difference in the experience from last year and what you're seeing this year?
I just walked. There was a queue. I went. There were about 4 different queues. But I looked and saw the shortest one, so I joined. So after 2-3 people, it got to me. Then I explained to the lady, and she said, why doesn't my daughter wants to go to this particular school? And I said, in fact, because that time that they were choosing, in fact, I was not in the country.
Okay.
So she chose the schools with her siblings. So one of the girls was telling me, Mommy, don't mind, she chose it. I said, but you see, she has brought a caveat, like she wants to do Islamic something. So she was able to convince me a bit.
Okay.
So I went and explained to them. And he said, oh, okay. Where do I want her to go? Then I mentioned the Islamic school. So they placed her there. I didn't have any challenge. But what I observed last year was, even though there were young girls around, I asked some of them, I said, what are you doing here? Oh, my sister is looking for a school. That's why I came with her. My friend. So some of them actually are not coming to look for placement.
Yeah.
But they came with their friends.
Family members, yes.
And then even this year, I asked some of the girls, somebody will choose Frimpong College or Adisadal College with his friend. And then maybe that friend gets in and he doesn't get. Maybe this one got 7 and this one also got 7. They say, why is it that you got Adisadal and I didn't get? Then he go and tell the parent, I was with Ayuba in the class and we all got 7. But Ayuba got Frimpong or Adisadal and they're taking me to Kasapin.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
But in all the placement, because you've been given 4 options, four placement, and then the last one I think is the day. Most of the students were placed in the schools that they chose.
Okay.
That's why the man is saying that 90% had the placement. But they wanted to change.
Okay. But yesterday,
yes,
the Minister of Education said that the people who were at the Black Star Square, the Independence Square yesterday, there were amongst them people who had faked fainting to magnify the stress of the
as for me, to be honest with you, it was an unfortunate statement from the minister. I was expecting the minister to come and calm nerves because people were agitating, families were wailing at the Independence Square. We saw the footage. So I think the best the minister would have done was to come and calm nerves. Not to come and say that.
And he's a doctor too.
Yeah, this is where I'm coming to. He's a doctor. I don't know how somebody can fake his or her fainting. Even though I encountered one in Kumasi police station, they arrested a lady and she decided to faint. And the commander said, even if you faint, I'll take you to the some few minutes she got up. That is, but he is the sector minister. A sector minister and your profession is doctor.
Yeah.
So therefore, people crying, even let them fake the crying, let them fake the fainting. But for you to say that people maybe were given money to go and do that, I would have rather said that maybe some people decided to come with their friends, with their siblings, because I saw parents or maybe sisters saying, I came with a baby. Why are you here with a baby? That my sister is looking for a school. Maybe you can explain that. But you see people are faking, fainting, and people are paying money. Who were these people who were paying money? Where is the evidence that is it that you put some spies at the Independence Square and you saw that people were being given money to start acting? And so I said, I think NAPO is a fine gentleman, but I think in this particular thing, he goofed a big time. I think he has to apologize to the good people of this country for that goof.
Thank you very much. Amma.
I'm not going to talk about fainting. I'm going to talk about
I want you to
what happened.
React to his comments.
Okay. Let me go through.
Okay.
People, when we did common entrance, myself and Hajia and yourself.
That's a way back.
Yes, I'm just giving you. There's not been an instance where everybody got their first choice.
Not true.
No.
There's not been an instance where everybody got their second choice. Or at that time it was 3. Now we did common entrance. It was over 400. We knew that from 400 to 275, that was the score. You were in the first one. And then 274 to I think 245 or 240. I'm just saying, yes. And then 240 downwards. These 3 choices. Now, if you got between the 400 to 275. In as much as you are choosing a school, maybe you chose, let's say at that time you chose maybe Wesley Grammar, and the headmistresses or the headmasters went in and saw that David had got 292. Wesley girls would be asking for you. Holy Child might be asking. Achimota might be asking. So there's a basis that people get into schools based on their raw score. So you could get all these days. It comes highest, which is 11111. You could get all that, but based on the raw score, your raw score didn't get you into Achimota, but it got you into your second choice. We as parents and as teachers and as students, I have 2 girls, they've been through this cycle. I wish that they had gone through it when free SHS was here, because at that time paying was really, but now people are getting...
Call for your compensation.
You see, I should write a letter and give all that. My elder one, during her time, they did the 4 years. So I paid through 4 years, and then my second one. I thank God for their lives. Nana and Annette, I hope you guys are fine.
You're giving shout-outs, pal. Okay, you continue.
Oh, I'm just my 2 girls. How for do? So, like it said there, most of them had already gotten into the choices that they had made. It might be that they didn't get their first choice. They had come there to find out if they could go back and change it to the first choice, or they didn't want it. I have a friend whose daughter got into Benkum, and she says to me, yes, she did choose Benkum, but if I could, I went there because I was going to check if they could move her to Abri Girls, and I said to her, wow, this thing that you're telling me, with this grade. She said, sis, a lady can only try. I want the best for her. I appreciate that there's a system, but you never know. Maybe there might be an opening there. So, So, different cases. We had the case of the self-placement, where students and parents had gone in to do the self-placement, and the schools that were available were all the A or the first class schools, and they had gone to the schools, prospectus and everything had been handed over to them. The reopening dates, they got there, and then there's a note saying that if you did self-placement between dates, blah, blah, blah.
Do you believe that 90% is actually being done?
Yes, because the reason why I believe that is, please indulge me for a minute. I beg.
No, we don't have time. Actually.
I know you don't have time.
We barely have a minute to go.
David,
so.
please.
No, it's not about me. It's the timing. It's the programming. We have to go.
There's this.
Somebody had 28 when he was going to do the self-placement.
The thing is that maybe this is the number, over 500,000 vacancies were declared, 520 there. And then the number of students who wrote or who went in were less than 500,000. So basically, it means that every child would get a placement.
There are more spaces.
There are spaces.
The demand.
But
Yes,
you do realize too that we've had GES come out with certain schools that have vacancies. They are saying we have 150 vacancies, we have 100 vacancies, and only one child has chosen that school. So it means that certain schools are going to be lying idle. What is GES to do? To put everyone in the schools that are already choked, or to put students who have chosen these schools and then they put them there. That's where the problem is.
Okay, so I have one more question. There's in the midst of the heat and the stampeding of the crowds at the Independence Square, was the fainting fake or not?
I was not there.
So you don't know?
So I cannot tell you. I wasn't there. What I saw.
Did you see a report at the hospital and what the doctors and the nurses were saying?
When I walked in, you were showing there was a child crying.
Yes.
On the on your TV set.
Okay.
So that is proof that yes, somebody went into hospital. Dr. Matthew Poku Prempeh, the Minister for Education, made a statement. He said, and I heard what he said. He said some. He didn't say everybody.
There were only 5 people that went there anyway. So there's some. I don't know how many are there. Some that you're talking about. Well, I'm sorry.
My sister,
we have to go now. Well, thank you very much for watching this segment of the show. It's been fantastic having you join us, and my guest Hajia.
Hamdatu.
Yes, Ibrahim, who is the acting chairperson of the CPP.
I'm also Hajia.
And then also this one, I don't know where her Hajia came from.
Oh,
but
please,
she's Amma
Hajia
Frimpong.
Baumia.
Hey, I see. Okay. So Amma Frimpong, who is she's part of the government communication team. Thank you very much. We'll be right back with the next segment. Please don't go anywhere.
Hi guys, I hope you enjoyed this video.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Citi Tube.
For exclusive Breakfast Daily content and other Citi TV programs.
Like, comment, and share with your friends.